Hey everybody, Trainer Joe here with the topic that you've probably had to deal with, or you've at least noticed friends having to deal with, and that's an overweight child. I remember one of my very first clients came to me wanting to do a 21-day transformation. At least she answered an ad I had put out for it. But when she got there, she said, "Hey, can you help my 6-year-old? He's overweight. His dad has said some things because they were divorced." She said, "His dad says things. What do we do?" She said, "I just don't know what to do." And basically what I said was, no, I can't help your 6-year-old child. Now, don't leave just yet if that's why you tuned in. I'll give you some practical tips here. But my point was this. I can help you because it's your child and you're the one there. You're the one, if they're 6 years old, they're eating what you're giving them. What are you giving them? You need to learn to relate to food in a way that's healthy, that you can teach your child to do. And really the good news here that I see it all the time, and people think they don't know what they're going to be able to do, but the good news is there's nothing wrong with your child. Now let's pause for a second. I'm not a doctor. Go to your doctor, listen to what they say, do what they tell you, all that, right? I'm just Uncle Joe right now giving you advice. There ain't nothing wrong with your child. They eat too many calories and they sit too much. That's it. We can fix this. And if they're watching you, if you're overweight and you have excuses and you're not getting it done, why do you expect them to do any different? Now, you may think, well, they're overweight and they're only 7 years old. Hey, they're watching you. If you're overweight and 40, you've got an excuse for that and they see it. We need to deal with your issue. Hey, and real quick, before I move on to some practical tips for you, for your kids, I want to make sure you know we can do a coaching session over the phone. We have a special going on right now for 2022, 20 minutes for $22. So if you want to talk about this, sign up for that. The link is in the description below. So what's in your home? You got junk food around every corner. Do you have exercise equipment in your home that you use? Your kids are seeing what's important to you. I remember when I used to work for the man for years, and I'd come home and it was important to me to work out even though I worked really hard at my job. And so what we would do instead of movie night, we'd go to the athletic club night. They had racquetball, they'd make you protein shakes, they had weights, everything. And our kids who were 10, 11, 12 years old would go too. That was kind of what we decided. That may seem weird. Yeah. Well, now we know why there's a problem. You're having pizza and popcorn and ice cream nights maybe. Okay. So you get the point there. They're seeing what's important to you. So let me give you some practical tips. Let's say your child is 5, 8, 9 years old, somewhere where you're really the one providing them what they eat. Okay. If your 5-year-old is overweight, that's on you. You feed them everything they eat. They're not making their own dinner. So you got to realize this is me. The only reason they're the size they are is because of what I give them. You need to love your child enough to say no. And when this is really tough, when there's competition between mom and dad, when there's a divorce, who wants to say no to the ice cream? Too much ice cream. Who wants to say no when that's what their child wants? Man, you're going to have a united front with you and your spouse on this issue, or what chance do you really have? And when it comes to saying no, first, I love to say yes. To my kids, my grandkids, love to tell them, yes, you can have that. But here's the thing. When your child asks you, Mom, may I have a cookie? Yes, you may have a cookie. Do you want it now or after dinner? Because you don't get it both. Or when they say, Mom, can I have pancakes for breakfast? Yes, and you may choose the day of the week, but you don't get them every morning. Dad, can I have a Mountain Dew? Yes. For your birthday? That's not going to be a regular thing for us. If you can't say no, then you're going to have to deal with that problem. Now, once your child is a little older, let's say double digits, teenager, and they're out doing things and even making their own meals, by that time, you better hope you've been a good example. I'm not saying you can't still determine what they have, but it becomes different the older they get, so you better be a good example for them and somebody they see making sacrifices for your health. If all they see is you going to work and you work hard, but they hear the lame excuses for why you don't exercise and why you don't control your appetite, why you don't say no to desserts, why are you expecting them to do better than that? Oh, they'll be great employees like you, but they're going to have the same lame excuses as to why they overeat and they're overweight. So get my book. That'll help you. Do the phone call and subscribe to the channel. You need to feed yourself with things that are going to help you change the way you think and the way that you relate to food. And I'd even enjoy coming and speaking at your business or your church. So, hey, reach out to me if you need some extra coaching, extra help with this. Trainer Joe, helping you train your brain. And be sure you subscribe to the channel. Train your brain and transform your body.